Stoicism explained in 10 minutes that will blow your mind. What is Stoicism? Imagine having a philosophy that could help you stay calm during a traffic jam, handle criticism without getting upset, and find peace even when life throws unexpected challenges your way. That's exactly what Stoicism offers. This ancient philosophy, born in Greece around 300 BC, has become incredibly popular today because it provides practical tools for dealing with modern stress and anxiety. Stoicism teaches us one powerful idea. We can't control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. This simple concept has the power to transform your entire life. The birth of a revolutionary philosophy, Stoicism, was founded by a merchant named Zeno of Cit. After losing everything in a shipwreck, Zeno found himself in Athens with nothing but the clothes on his back. Instead of falling into despair, he discovered philosophy and created a system that would help millions of people throughout history. The philosophy got its name from the Stoa Poikil, a painted porch in Athens, where Zeno taught his students. Unlike other philosophers who kept their wisdom locked away in expensive schools, the Stoics believed everyone deserved access to these life-changing ideas, regardless of their social status or wealth. The 3 pillars of Stoic wisdom. 1. Control what you can control. The foundation of Stoicism rests on understanding the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. We can control our thoughts, actions, and responses. We cannot control other people, the weather, the past, or most external events. Think about the last time you got angry in traffic. You couldn't control the traffic, but you could control your reaction to it. The Stoics would say that getting angry only makes you suffer twice. Once from the traffic and once from your anger. When you focus only on what you can control, life becomes simpler and less stressful. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and famous Stoic, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words, written nearly 2,000 years ago, remain incredibly relevant today. 2. Live according to nature and virtue. The Stoics believed we should live according to nature, which means accepting reality as it is and recognizing our place in the world. They identified 4 cardinal virtues that should guide our actions: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom means seeing the world clearly and making good decisions. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about doing what's right, despite your fears. Justice involves treating others fairly and contributing to society. Temperance means having self-control and not being controlled by desires or impulses. Living virtuously doesn't mean being perfect. It means constantly working to become a better person and making choices aligned with these values. When you face a difficult decision, ask yourself, what would the wise, courageous, just, and temperate version of myself do? 3. Accept what you cannot change. The Stoics practiced something called amor fati, which means love of fate. This doesn't mean being passive or giving up. It means accepting reality fully and finding opportunities within every situation, even difficult ones. When something bad happens, we often waste energy wishing it hadn't occurred or complaining about it. The Stoics taught that acceptance is the first step toward moving forward. Once you accept reality, you can focus your energy on productive actions rather than useless resistance. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who started life as a slave, taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Despite his difficult circumstances, Epictetus became one of history's most influential philosophers by applying these principles to his own life. Practical Stoic exercises for daily life. Morning preparation. Start each day by imagining potential challenges you might face. This isn't pessimism. It's preparation. If you mentally rehearse how you'll respond to difficulties, you won't be caught off guard when they happen. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. The view from above. When you're stressed about something, imagine zooming out like a camera pulling back from Earth. See your city, your country, your planet, the solar system, the galaxy. This perspective helps you realize that most things we worry about are small in the grand scheme of things. It's not about making your problems insignificant. It's about seeing them in proper proportion. Evening reflection before bed. Review your day. What did you do well? Where could you have responded better? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning and growing. Seneca, another famous Stoic, wrote extensively about this practice in his letters. The dichotomy of control throughout your day. Practice categorizing events. Can I control this? If yes, take action. If no, accept it and focus elsewhere. This simple mental exercise can reduce anxiety dramatically. Why Stoicism matters today in our modern world of social media, 24-hour news cycles, and constant connectivity. We're bombarded with things outside our control. We see other people's highlight reels and compare them to our behind-the-scenes struggles. We read about problems we can't solve and feel helpless. Stoicism offers an antidote to this overwhelm. It teaches us to focus our limited time and energy on what actually matters and what we can actually influence. It helps us build resilience in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. Research in modern psychology supports Stoic principles. Cognitive behavioral therapy, one of the most effective forms of therapy, is based largely on Stoic ideas about changing our thinking patterns to improve our emotional responses. Common misconceptions about Stoicism. Some people think Stoics are emotionless robots, but that's not true. Stoics feel emotions. They just don't let emotions control their actions. They experience joy, love, and connection. They simply work to eliminate destructive emotions like rage, jealousy, and anxiety. Others think Stoicism means accepting injustice or never trying to improve situations. Actually, Stoics were often activists and reformers. They just focused their efforts where they could make a real difference rather than exhausting themselves fighting unchangeable realities. Your Stoic journey begins now. You don't need to read ancient texts or become a philosopher to benefit from Stoicism. Start small. Today, when something frustrates you, pause and ask, can I control this? Tomorrow, spend 5 minutes reflecting on your day. Next week, practice seeing challenges as opportunities to practice virtue. The beauty of Stoicism is its practicality. These aren't abstract theories. They're tools you can use immediately. Every moment presents a chance to practice Stoic principles, turning ordinary life into a training ground for wisdom and character. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. The philosophy that helped an emperor, a slave, and countless others find peace and purpose can help you too. The question isn't whether Stoicism works. The question is, will you give it a try?